13 is a good number. Oh Holly, this is exactly what I needed after a 14-hour workday. Love you, smile. Holly, tones bonus BB. If I put this in the notification, will it spin you gods? I hope so. 12. Oh yeah. Holly tones halitones. Holly tones bonus BB. Hi Holly, I saw a hedgehog Holly Tones bonus BB. I am rotating BB in my mind. Holly Tones bonus BB. Seven. This time my mind is saying EBDB. Wow. Huh. Wahoo. Yippee.
I want to watch Pui Pui Mocha.
When there. I'm currently working on my battle jacket. Hi Holly, hi chat, smile, fun, Picross time.
I love.
Mario is a 1993 side-scrolling puzzle video game designed by Satoshi Tajiri and developed by Game Freak for the Super Famicom console. Thinking of brothers for the Atari 800 today. Celebrating 12 months of something. Here, crack open this Hassian celebration. Super 31 Hassie, I only have one toe.
I'm not legally allowed to drink Hassie anymore. Sorry.
4 months of Holly Picross. Oh yeah, Holly Jones love Holly Jones love Holly Jones love Holly Jones.
I want to see those fucking yummy boots rotating in my chat room.
BB time. Well, one whole year. That's 12 whole times I've made the TTS, huh? Good times. Anyways. Huh?
Oh, I know this song. It's really music.
6 months. Can't think of anything to say except thank you sir. Thank you Ollie.
Those fucking bookworms in my chat room, they make me so wretched.
On Thursday the 13th. Scary.
Swaggy Doo was my favorite Hanna-Barbera character. I was never a fan of Nasty Doo.
I love posting. I love to see posts in my little chat room.
I was taking a big drink of water, so I couldn't unmute when the song
Hi
ended.
Holly, I hope your day is going well. I can't wait to relax and watch some Picross Thursday. Also Blue, I hope you're feeling better. I love you.
I don't know who Blue is, but thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. And thank you, Hollow Bats, for the 8
Top
months.
10 scary moments. Number 10, Picross becomes real.
I don't know about that one. It's a little bit scary. I'm not allowed to think about scary things anymore. Hey everyone. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to play some Picross today, so I'm gonna play some Picross today. That's it. That's the intro. Hang on a sec. When do I have this open? What? Okay. I guess we just reawakened Mario from his attack. And now he's been released onto the world again. This wasn't my plan, I just forgot I had this open.
13. Smile.
Thank you, Sajoko, for the 13 months. I appreciate it. Hearing Picross just reminds you of getting into a kind of shouting match with Sophie about the pronunciation of Picross. Listen, if you get into an argument about Picross, just take solace in the fact that you don't pronounce it like Wayne does. Unless you do, in which case you're a villain and you need to be stopped. Sorry. Oh, he pronounces it Picross, because he knows that it makes me miserable. He pronounces it wrong on purpose as a joke. I can't read this one.
Nearly a year. Time really flies.
Sure does, doesn't it? Thank you, Orange Witch, for the 11 months.
Holly. This is the Colonel. Stop streaming immediately. There is a small bird outside and you need to look at it.
I just checked,
Over
there
and out.
isn't. You're tricking me, but I appreciate the trick.
Hello Mario. I sure hope you have a nice day and don't have your loved ones placed in the walls of a castle. Smile. Sincerely. Wario. Oh yeah. Kanky.
Everything is just fine for the Kong. He's playing his tunes. He's having a nice day. He's safe on his steel beams. He's having fun on his construction zone girders. Nothing is wrong.
Oh! Oh!
Oh! Trapped in time forever. There it is. We're here to play Picross today. Thank you, Senor Bob, for the 13 months.
Cranky Kong when the music W.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And thank you, Dad Draga, for the 14 months. I appreciate it.
Continue.
Are there good Picross games for the Switch besides this and Murder by Numbers? Yes, the entirety of the Picross S series is very good. We did leave off on this Wario puzzle last time, didn't we? I suppose let's pick up where we left off.
Oh hey Donkey Kong and Cranky. It's me King K. Cool and not at all your nemesis King K. Rool. I sure don't hope this comically large Game Boy falls on you. Smile.
That's nonsense, that would never happen. Now if you don't mind, I heard there was a plate of pretty cool bananas that I gotta check out. Thank you for the tip. I haven't played Picross in a long while, so I'm asking for your forgiveness if I'm a little bit rusty and slow, as it were. That's just kind of how it goes.
Random off-topic question, has your cat ever had to play fetch with her using things like bottle caps? Mine doesn't. I just wanna know if anyone else's cat does this.
I don't... First of all, thank you for the bits. Never mind, I can't say anything because there's a tip out now.
Hey Holly. Just wanted to say the other day I was feeling real sad and then I put on Katamari on the rocks and literally just danced all the sad away, and I blame you for getting me into Katamari. Big thanks. Smile.
Katamari's good. Thank you for the tip. And thank you, Saturn's father, for the 13 months.
Ook. Over a year of tones that are hollow.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You know, life's got its ups and downs sometimes, and you know, you just gotta make sure you're looking out for yourself and looking out for the folks around you. And sometimes looking out for yourself involves listening to music that makes you happy, among other things. So just you know, keep at it, I suppose. It's not really an easy answer or a concise answer, but it's an answer all the same. Thank you, Noodle Machine, for the 8 months.
Hello, Miss Tones. I hope you are having a good day. Smile, Holly Tones. Love.
Today was okay. Frankly, given the past week or two I've had, I will very gladly take just okay. What was I talking about before all of this happened? Right, bottle caps, cats. First of all, I don't really think there's such a thing as being off-topic for a Picross stream. If the chat was quote-unquote on-topic for a Picross stream, we would just be talking about numbers you see on your screen, and that sounds miserable. Second of all, thank you for the bits. Third of all, my cat's not much for fetch. She's more into just, like, hoard. By which I mean you'll wiggle a toy over her and tease her with it, and then she'll grab it, and then she will, like, hold onto it so tightly, hugging onto it like her dear life depends on it, and then, like, licking it and kicking it and hugging it. And then she will, take it over to her pile of other toys that she has, and then she'll just kind of, like, sit next to it or sit on top of it. One of those. She really likes to do that. It's one of her favorite things in the whole world. Third of all, thank you for the bits. I don't remember if I said thank you for the bits already. Maybe I already did, in which case, thanks again.
Warning. There is an issue. Mungus Biome reset freezes game and no reverb fart. Please fix ASAP. Thank you.
Oh no, Mungus Biome! Mungus Biome reset freeze game and no reverb fart! No!
By man, beast or Dava. Weep, children, for the last age of man is upon us.
Hang on, I didn't hear any of that because I was too busy thinking about Mungus Biome reset freeze.
Hi Holly, it's so nice to play Picross with you. I hope that days get better, and also it's been raining a lot, but that's okay. Good news too. I have a vaccine appointment and I'm very glad.
Hey, hell yeah!
So glad to have fun with you and chat.
Congrats on vaccine appointment. I got that happening for me soon too. Thanks for the tip, I appreciate it, and the kind words. And I want to reread the Mothman one, because I completely didn't hear it because I was screaming about Mungus Biome. He says, "Hello, Holly. I would like to say that I have a girlfriend now. I can no longer be stopped by man, beast, or diva. Weep, children, for the last age of man is upon us." Is that good? Is that good? Thank you for the tip, I appreciate it. Mungus Biome reset freezes game and no reverb fart. For the... My Twitch analytics are saying there's 394 viewers right now. For the 392 viewers that don't know what the fuck that means, I've been helping, a friend of mine, my friend Socks, with setting up a Minecraft server with, like, a bunch of mods on it, because, I haven't really fucked around with, like, Minecraft with mods, so that sounds fun to me. And also, you know, like, I'm pretty good at, like, helping to debug things. That was, like, my job before I did the whole stream and stuff, and so I was, like, helping, Socks deal with, like, some issues. We were diagnosing some crashes, that kept happening, and we realized it was related to this one mod called Alex's Mobs, which is a cool mod that adds, like, a bunch of new different, like, animals and stuff. And we were looking through the GitHub, because they had, like, you know, like, people posted, like, other issues there that they had experienced, and, we were looking through and realized, oh, hang on, the issue that we're having, this is, like, a known issue that someone's reported. Thank you, Socks, for the 10-month resub. The new.
The new.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And then we were just like looking through there, and I was looking through the fucking list of like known issues that people had reported, and fucking one of them that Sophie Steak also noticed, because like they were also on the server, was just square bracket open 1.11.0 square bracket closes. Mungus biome reset freezes game, and no reverb fart. And I want to say I laughed for a good solid 5 to 10 minutes over that, and I didn't want to like look into what it means. But it's a known issue, so the devs are aware of it. Good news! Is there anything else I can fill in here? Space, 1, space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not necessarily. Shit. Make your full cap for the 12 months.
Mario, a whole year of this bit. I wonder if it's time to retire it. I mean Mario.
I mean, I appreciate the dedication to the bit, but like, you know, if you want to talk and chat, you're always free to. Thank you for the 12 months. I appreciate it.
Hello there, Miss Holotoad.
Hi, Columbo, Detective Columbo.
Come in? You see, it's come to my attention that you saw someone being pulled into this so-called Columbo dimension. Now that's just nonsense, you see. My wife says no such place exists. And my wife is always right.
You know, it's the strangest thing, this Columbo dimension I'm hearing about. It's,
Ho-ho 10.
Now how could something like that exist if, little old me ain't got no power over sorcery or nothing like that? It's, I tell you, it's real plumb confusion, and I'm just trying to figure out, who exactly got that rumor started or anything. You got a light, by the way? I seem to have forgotten mine at home or something, or maybe I dropped it outside. It's not important. It's just a lighter. It's just a cheap light I got from the store. It's you see the big issue is it was great, but it's no problem. It's no worry. Don't worry not about it. I can see I can just get myself a new one and get it engraved. It's no trouble. Thanks for the light. Real quality smoke, this one. Just one more thing, though. I saw you do it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to send you to the Columbo dimension.
An animal story with Mars. Me. Taking care of my neighbor's farm, and last week the 6 cows broke the heavy metal gate down somehow and escaped into the cemetery. Herded them back, but then they broke it again days later. Everything was fine though.
Well, I'm glad everything's fine, jeez. Thanks for the tip and the cow story, I appreciate it. 1 space 1 2 space 1. Or we could do like, I don't think there's necessarily going to be an overlap here, but I can wait. 1 2 3 space 1 space 1 2 1. Yeah, like that. Okay. We could do like 1. God, I need to watch some more Columbo soon. Although, wait. I did 1 2 3 and treated this as the 1. We could do that as well. But so no matter what, this has to be crossed out. Okay. Which means this has to go here, which means this is part of our 4. I started watching Columbo with a pal of mine. We've been watching episodes together, but like, you know, thank you, Luke, for the tip.
Holly, this week at work a woman came into the store with one little bird perched on her shopping cart and one little bird riding on her shoulder. I thought you would enjoy to know about the birds in the grocery store.
Oh my god! The grocery bird? Thank you very much for the tip and the grocery bird story, I appreciate it. Anyways, you know, I've been watching it with a friend. We're only a couple episodes in, but like, you know, we've we've got different schedules. I'm busy at times where she's available, and she's busy at times whenever I'm available, so it's like we haven't been able to watch a lot yet, but like, God, every now and then we're just like, man, we gotta watch some more fucking Columbo soon. I can't wait to watch more Columbo. That show's real good. What was I looking for? 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Nothing to go off of here yet. Find it kind of hilarious. A 70s show is slowly getting memed to a resurgence in popularity. It's a really good show. People that have seen it before are remembering it, and people that are new to it are discovering it. It's cool. The 4 could be here or here. Mother of shit. I was hoping I could go off of something here.
Je dois regarder déjà de Picross avec la dame drôle de Picross merci que emoticon. I cannot do accents. Mario C.
Hang on, I'm gonna try and read that with my, like, my messy Québécois accent. Thank you, Jerry Jane, for the 3 months. He said, J'adore regarder des jeux de Picross avec la dame drôle de Picross. Merci, cœur emoticon. I cannot do accent. Mario aussi. Why did you put a U on Mario's name? Mario. The idea that turning someone's name French is just adding a U onto the end is very funny to me. Especially when they've already got, like, a European name. Bonjour, je m'appelle Marimou. Let's go. I looked over, like, to my side, making, like, a face like, realizing that, like, nothing can see me except for, like, my Yoshi amiibo, my Yeast Ken, and my Benry plush, who I guess is my audience. And just kind of stared dead-eyed at me. Yeah, Mutated Wisdom. It was sent to me by NNK, who was one of the crane experts helping Wayne out during his Toreba stream, and they were just like, hey, I could just send you one.
On the topic of bird stories, I was in Petco getting my own bird, some bird seed, and someone walks in with not only a goose, but a little wagon with small geese babies inside that the bigger goose followed.
Oh! Oh, goose basket! That's where the geese go. Thank you for letting me know about the goose basket. No, not quite. Well, if we do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this could go here. Never mind. Sometimes you take a shot in the dark and it just goes wide completely, but that's fine. Thank you, Medibot.
Picross is famous. Holly is famous. Holly Tones whispers.
Picross is famous. Thank you very much. I appreciate the 13 months of support, and also, on a personal level, I'm pretty sure you were the one who got me into Picross years and years ago, so thank you for that. Could this be? This could be the one, right? So we could have the 3, 1. 2, 1. Right, that would work. Or we could have 1, 2, 1. Okay, so that's nothing quite yet. I'm sure there's something small that I'm missing here, but that's how Picross goes. Oh, right, I can fill in this one. And that's the 1. Which means this isn't a 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is our 2 here. There we go! Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in the crowd, it's a start. It's a move. We've got something. We can build off of this. At least a little bit, but you know, it's better than nothing. If Quebecois, New York, what is Parisian? No, One Stones, that's a common misconception. Quebecois is Quebec. English is New York. New Yorker is New York. You'd be surprised, really, how often that comes up. At least I would be. 2, 3, space, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Bird Limes, for the $5 tips.
I have to tell you my own bird story.
Okay!
My bird is just a little sun conure and she was asleep on me and laid an egg in my shirt.
Oh.
Alarming. It wasn't ideal, but it's very funny that the shirt I was wearing at the time reads birds aren't real.
Bird taking a big bird dump in the bird shirt. You love to see it, question mark. Thank you for the bird story and the tip, I appreciate it. I said bird dump, like laying an egg is A, specific to birds, and B, a special kind of dump from birds. It's not. Thank you, Balp, for the raid. I hope you had yourself a wonderful stream today. I hope you enjoy Power Washer Simulator. I've been thinking of checking that game out. It does... I've seen so many people play it, and every time I see someone play it, I'm like, hey, what the hell? This looks fun. Thank you, Basic Warlord, for the 10 months.
Hi everyone. How's the cross?
Well, I figured out a couple of numbers, so that's pretty cool. Thank you for the 10-month resub, I appreciate it. It's a very relaxing game from the looks of it. There's like a couple of folks I watch that like play it regularly-ish, and it is fun just like tuning in, watching people like hose down a fire station. Thank you, Sarkanoth, for the 14 months. Yes. I appreciate it. And thank you, Sonaros, or Sonara OS, or something.
Hey.
For the 13 months, I appreciate it. I never know how to pronounce your name because every time I see it, I think it's Serrano's, like Serrano de Bergerac. It's not. Thank you, Exio, for the 11 months.
Little late here, but Merry July from Power Wash Zone.
Hey, hell yeah. It is July, isn't it? I keep forgetting June. I keep thinking, it's still June. I wanted to do, like, one sort of, like, Pride Month, last hurrah sort of thing. But it's July. And I don't really have the energy right now, frankly, to put on any sort of big show, but it's okay. It was nice to dream. You know, I know the stuff that I make and do and put out into the world isn't, like, necessarily, God, what's the words I want to use? I was having a think about this the other day. It's like, you know, the things that I, like, make and do and put into the world aren't, like, necessarily inherently, like, framed mainly or exclusively around, like, you know, the LGBT experience or, like, LGBT themes or things like that. But, like, thank you, Froggy Lee, for the 2-month resub.
:0 wow.
Really appreciate that, thank you. But, like, you know, in a field, you know, sort of like this, the whole sort of, like, you know, not only the game space, but the, like, internet comedy performance sort of space, it's like, I don't know, when you're, like, when when you're a gay person or a trans person or like, you know, any sort of identity under the LGBT umbrella, but I'm speaking for myself here specifically, the deck can be kind of stacked against you as far as it goes, as far as, like, you know, doing stuff like this and, like, getting recognized and getting the same fair treatment and respect and fair shake as, like, other folks what aren't. You know, it can be hard in, like, spaces like that. So I don't know. I kind of wanted, like, a nice, concise, neatly wrapped up in a bow sort of way to tie together what I'm thinking about. But I guess the quick and dirty version of it is just like, thanks for supporting your local gay weirdo. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Dana Kirby OS, for the 9 months.
Puzzle games.
Hell yeah, it's puzzle games. Space 1, 2, 3. Oh, that makes me smile real big, Rose. Hell yeah. I've had a couple people every now and then just be like, you know, be like, oh, it's really exciting to see, like, you know, someone like you and someone like us, like, just out there in this space doing the things you do, and, like, talking about, like, how happy that makes them, and it makes me happy, because it's the kind of thing that I wanted to, you know, see out there years and years ago, and I actually, like, got lucky enough to have the chance to try and do that myself, so every day I am very thankful, so voice is getting a little quavery because I'm getting a little emotional, but again, thank you all. It does the heart good. It does. Remember, every time you play Picross, it's important to cry. It's important to fucking sob your eyes out. You gotta? It's the rules. So I'm just following the rules. It's fine. I think the fact that my brain is just kind of like, man, I'm getting emotional because of a fucking Picross stream, is kind of snapping me out of it a little bit. It is kind of funny when you think about it. Hey, Puzz! With the 7-month resub!
Lucky.
Lucky! Thank you so much, I appreciate that. Hope you're doing wonderful today. What else can I fill in? Fuck! I was on such a roll for like all of 2 minutes. Easy come, easy go, I suppose. Let's see, let's blot this out a bit. Let's say the 5 is here. Then we would have this blocked off, this would be a 3, this would be a 2, this would be a 2, this would be a 2. Does work. Oops.
Hey, what's a Picross?
Thank you, Friendly Frankenstein. Thank you, Frankie, for the 14-month resub.
You know what a Picross is. You already know what that is.
8? That's one more than 7.
Why did the TTS say 8 so forcefully? Thank you, Mute Radio, for the 8 months. I appreciate that. This would be a 3. This would be a 3. This would be a 1 and a 1, so that could also work. Okay. I was really hoping that I could, like, cross one out somehow. No, wait, this was filled in, right. And this would be gone. I was really hoping there. do I have? No, I have 12 here. Okay, I thought for a second I had 14 and I just forgot to fill it in. Nope, not the case. What else can I talk about while I'm just sort of like shooting blindly in the dark here? Like I mentioned on Twitter, not Twitter, yes, Twitter, and my Discord, you know, streams, probably gonna be a little sparse over the next little bit, partly just because, like, I'm, you know, I'm doing my best to get back into it, but,
Other great cool was talking to said friends about how hostility as a comedic bit only really works when you can feel the love energy behind the bit. You all in our TVS do that super good.
oh, hell yeah. That's something I've also had a big think about as well. You know, the whole just, like, fake hostility, being fake mean sort of thing, and how, like, you know, I feel like it only really especially works when there's, like, you know, trust and understanding and care behind it. So, like, I'm glad that, like, when me and my friends are, like, at each other's throats over, like, opinions about chocolate bars or whatever, and, like, playing it up as a bit, I'm glad, A, that people, you know, get a laugh out of it, and B, that, you know, it's evident that we're doing a joke because we're friends. Thank you for the tip, I appreciate it. What was I saying before that? I'm trying to remember. Thank you, Gorgeous Human, for the 5 months.
5 moths. Wow.
That's a lot of moths. I appreciate it. Oh, right, you know, so streams partly gonna be a little touch and go for the next little bit, just because, like, I'm trying to sort of get back into it, but, like, my energy's a little low, and I've still got the stage fright. Frankly, I, like, almost canceled today, because I was like, oh god, do I have it in me? I'm scared all of a sudden. This has to be a 2. So this is crossed out. Which means the 1 goes here somewhere. What else was I talking about? Oh yeah, so, like, I almost, didn't do stream today, but I decided, nah, I want to. I want to get into it. But, like, you know, I'm still kind of coming off the tail end of, like, a real rough depression spell, unfortunately. You know, it happens sometimes. So trying to get up on the horse and all that, but also, B, the more major one here is, oh god, GDQ is in, like, 3 days. Games Done Quick is in 3 days, y'all. And I already planned to take time off to watch that. So, I'm gonna be hosting that over on my channel, in case you want, like, somewhere to come and watch the streams without having to deal with, like, the 10 million user chat room. It does start July 4th, yeah. I'm not gonna be, like, restreaming it, but, like, it's gonna be hosted here, so, like, it'll be doing the stream live, and you can use my chat room to talk to each other and enjoy the streams. And I'll probably pop in every now and then and be like, hey, how's it going? You enjoying the speedruns? You know, a much cozier, less explosive, spammy type watch scenario for the speedruns. I like watching it that way. I did that, yeah, Liquid Basilisk, when you host a stream, like, it just shows the video of the stream, and then you can still use, like, your own chat instead of, like, the hosted streams chat. And so, I get chilly for the host. I did that, this winter? Question mark Winter? Thank you, Mist, for the host. For awesome games done quick. 2021, and that was fun hosting it over here, and folks were hanging out in chat talking about it. That was a good time. I really quite liked that, and so I'm gonna be doing that again for Summer Games Done Quick. I make it like a yearly tradition to always watch the GDQs. I've never had the chance to go there in person because, you know, time and money. It turns out when you live outside the country that an event is being held in, it is expensive time-wise and money-wise to go to it in person. Thank you, Celebrimbors. I think I pronounced that right. I hope I pronounced that right, unless it was Celebrimbors. I'm very sorry if both of those are wrong. Thank you for the brand new sub, I appreciate it. And then, you know, the one time where I'm like, oh man, like, I'm actually in a place where, like, financially I'm doing pretty good. Time-wise, I'm, like, doing, I'm the only person who's gotten that right ever? Fucking wild. Isn't that just like a Lord of the Rings thing? I thought that was just a Lord of the Rings thing. I guess maybe people don't know that. I'm getting sidetracked. Anyways, you know, like, the one time I'm finally like, oh man, I can, like, justify this, like, money-wise, and, like, time-wise, I'm working, like, on my own schedule, doing, like, more or less freelance work. Like, I can just go to this, and then COVID, and then, you know, a global pandemic, and so they made the event digital only, which is probably the right move, definitely the right play, and so, maybe one of these years, it'll be a physical in-person event again, and I'll be able to go to it. That would be fun, I think. Am I doing okay through the heat wave? Yeah, I got air conditioning here, so I'm fine. A couple of times I was like, you know, I'd really like to go outside and, like, try and get, some sun and some fresh air, because, you know, that tends to help when you got the depression. And every time I stepped outside, it was like swamp heat and super humid, and I couldn't breathe.
13 months, over a year. Wow. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Love me some Picross.
Thank you, Dudesneck, for the 13 months. I really appreciate that. But yeah, it turns out when you're trying to breathe through soup, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. God, I saw someone mention in chat the Awful Games block, which is always a highlight. I rarely ever get to see it live just because, like, it tends to happen at, like, the dead of night in my time zone, which makes me sad because some of, like, the best fucking runs happen during that. And so I mostly have to get, like, the play-by-play from, like, my weekend warriors, my night owls, my people in other time zones who are, like, willing and able to stay up through it and be like, hi, I'm awake. I, like, have woken up at, like, a reasonable time, 7 or 8 in the morning, my time zone. How was Awful Block? And they're just like, dude, you missed out. And every time I'm like, fuck, I knew I would. One, two, three. 1, 2. 1, 2. Not necessarily. Okay, that's 1, 2, space, 1, 2, space. Yeah, we could do that. Fuck. Hello. We could do this and then, oops. 1, 2, space, 1. Yeah, that didn't quite work. God, yeah, the Faces of Evil run is gonna be real good. Anytime anyone in the world speedruns a fucking CDI game, it's always really goddamn good. Have any of y'all ever heard of Wacky Golf? Have any of y'all ever heard of Wacky Golf? Because because that's a CDI game, and it is extremely funny because, it is a speedrun where everything you have to do is, basically frame perfect. The way that you get, the way that you get, like, the hole in one or whatever is, like, specific things on the screen need to be in the exact specific spots for it to work out, and this is usually a matter of, like, you have a 2 or 3 frame window, to land this. And they got, I don't remember the names of celebrities or anyone in the world. Sometimes I forget my own goddamn name. They got some celebrity to voice the wacky golf ball. Trying to remember. Is that a thing they did on the Game Grumps? I don't watch that, so I wouldn't know. My introduction to it was, it was some speedrunner. I want to say it was Big John. I want to say it was Big John that I saw speedrun it, which is really fucking funny. Holly, how? How what? What did I do? What did I do? How? I don't know what that's in reaction to. What did I do? 1, 2, 3. No, I already checked this. How did I make the square show up on the screen? Oh, I pressed the A button. And if I press it again, it goes away. How do I forget my own name? Oh, that's a can of worms I'm not ready to open live on stream. It's just a funny anecdote. How do you jump? Oh, you jump with a button.
Me jump with a button.
God, what the fuck do I do in this puzzle? Perhaps it was a mistake to come back to a Picross puzzle after, you know, very, very long of not playing it right on, like, a hard one on level 9. Hey, Gibson, hope you're doing well. I don't remember phone numbers. I remember literally one phone number, and it's like the landline number of, like, my childhood home. I don't remember my own phone number. Every time, like, a friend or, like, a job or whatever is like, oh, we need your phone number to like get in contact with you, every time I'm like, shit, what the fuck is my number? And I have to, like, remember how to check it on my phone / text my sister, all embarrassed, like, hi sister, how you doing? I hope everything's well. What the fuck is my phone number? She's very understanding, thankfully. Let's see, if we did 1, 2, 3, space 1, space 1, 2, that wouldn't work. So the 3 has to be here in some capacity, which means that we have this square here. Okay, and this can't be the 1, which means this has to be the 2. This is crossed out. This goes here. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 5. This is crossed out. Here's our 2 here. Thank you, Smush Bear, for the 2 months.
You are 100% delightful. Happy gaming.
Oh, that's kind of you to say. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think the Switch can already run Doom just fine. 9 to 5, 1, 2, 3. I think, in fact, there are official ports of it that you can just download.
Technology is incredible and nature is amazing.
Can the Switch run me? Nah, I'm like made of meat and stuff. The Switch is made of computers and circuits. This baby right here, 100% meat and bone and other stuff inside of the body, you know, like fat, organelles, whatever the hell the brain is made out of, organs. I said fucking organelles and I didn't say organs. Jesus. Let's see. Fatales. Sometimes it's just an organelles type of day, yeah. Blood! Fucking blood. There we go. That's another important one I forgot. The Switch can run Blood, though, I think, right? Blood is a game that's on the Switch, or I think Bleed is also a game on the Switch. The Switch has got no problem with Blood, is what I'm saying. Everything else, though. Space fit for the two that way as well. What if someone in chat doesn't have any blood? Then I'm pretty sure they would be dead. I think that's how it works. It might be a Robert. I knew a guy named Robert once. I'm pretty sure he had blood in him. And I've seen a couple folks like, oh, what about robots? What about, cyborgs and androids? No, those got blood too. Check again. And don't give me some, oh, you're talking out your ass. Oh, I don't need to check. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, that would never be.
Check again.
Hey, Brady, I don't remember if I said hi to you. How you doing? Thank you, Riot Park, for that sub-extension through August, which doesn't show up properly on the overlay I'm noticing. But thank you very much, I appreciate that. You're hanging out? Fuck yeah, you'll love to hear it, boss. else I can fill in?
What is blood?
Blood is a first-person shooter video game developed by Monolith Productions and published by GT Interactive Software. The shareware version was released for the MS-DOS on March 7th, 1997, while the full version was later released on May 21st in North America and June 20th in Europe. The game follows the story of Caleb, an undead early 20th century gunfighter, seeking revenge against the dark god Chernobog. It features a number of occult and horror themes. Blood includes large amounts of graphic violence, a large arsenal of weapons, turning into fucking Scooby-Doo over here, ranging from the standard to the bizarre, and numerous enemies and bosses. The Blood franchise was continued with 2 official expansion packs titled Plasma Pack, developed by Monolith, and Cryptic Passage, developed by Sunstorm Interactive. A sequel titled Blood 2,
The Chosen,
was released on November 25th, 1998. The game was released on GOG.com, along with its 2 expansion packs on April 22nd, 2010, utilizing the DOSBox emulator to run on modern systems. It was released on Steam on July 14th, 2014. The game also served as a principal inspiration for the Manhua Priest. I've never heard of that, huh? A remaster of the game made to run better on modern systems, entitled Blood, Fresh Supply, was released on May 9th, 2019 by Night Dive Studios and Atari. An unofficial port, Build GDX, is compatible with Blood files to work outside of DOS using Java. In single-player mode, the player takes the role of Caleb in his quest for revenge against his former master by navigating levels and episodes looking for an exit until the boss level. Blood's gameplay is similar to other classic FPS games like Doom. The player must activate switches or seek keys to go through levels. Some larger maps contain up to 6 different keys. Features include teleporters, traps such as crushing blocks, explosive barrels, lava pits, jumping puzzles, and combination lock doors. Blood is one of the earliest FPS games to feature alternate or secondary attack modes for its weaponry. Weapons include a flare gun, voodoo doll, and an aerosol canister that can be used as a flamethrower. It also features a power-up known as, quote, Guns Akimbo, which allows the player to dual-wield certain weapons temporarily. Blood also has, quote, super secret areas, which contain rewards for discovering them. Enemies include human members of the Cabal and creatures fighting for the dark god Chernobog. Enemies can use objects in the environment for cover. The game also features a lesser class of enemies, such as bats, rats, eels, possessed hands, etc., often referred to as, quote, nuisance enemies, that are not considered threats individually but can be deadly in large numbers. I have not played Blood Cal F10, but I've thought about it. It seems neat enough. Blood, like many FPS games of the time, features multiplayer modes. When it was released, internet play was not well established, so Blood used modem, LAN, or serial cable connections for multiplayer. Modem and serial cable connections only allow 2-player games, while an IPX network connection can support up to 8 players. This can easily be achieved on a variety of platforms that support DOSBox and its IPX modes, coupled with VPN software such as Hamachi! Online multiplayer was also possible via the Total Engagement Network and Dwango. The fuck is Dwango? The dial-up wide area network gaming operation. Huh. The multiplayer modes consist of deathmatch, known in Blood as, quote, Bloodbath, and cooperative play. Bloodbath matches can be played on specifically designed multiplayer maps, or on the levels of the various episodes. The frag limit or time limit options are available to end matches, as well as the possibility to control respawn mode for weapons and power-ups. A feature of Bloodbath is
The voice.
an audio comment heard upon each frag that punctuates the death of an opponent, often in gory and irreverent terms.
The voice.
Is that of Jace Hall, who was CEO of Monolith Productions at the time. Cooperative gameplay follows the lines of the single-player campaign, allowing several players to work together in the levels of the different episodes. Does that answer your question? Is that...
Was that good? Was that helpful? I think we're all learning a lot today about blood. 2, 4, 5, 1, 1. Shit, it could still be that.
Can I put eels up on the screen? Not today, sorry. I wonder if this entire stream is just gonna be me stuck on this one puzzle the whole time, not able to solve it. Thank you, McHigh!
Over money in celebration of me finally finishing a level I was stuck on in Picross Luna.
Hey, hell yeah! Congrats on beating that level. Thank you, Mr. Zanderman, for that brand new sub. I really appreciate that. I have a horrible, awful sneaking suspicion that I might be stuck on this level for the entirety of the stream. I don't know how long I'm gonna go for tonight. I'm probably just gonna go until I want to stop, which might be in an hour from now, might be in a couple hours from now. We'll see. I forgot that I had, like, saved my progress on this one goddamn level that was giving me shit, that was giving me trouble, and then I was like, oh yeah, I should just finish this level, like, some other time, like, not on a stream. Just so I don't have to worry about, being stuck on it on a stream, and then, you know, was busy with other things. As you do. We could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that doesn't work.
13 eels.
Thank you, Modalaria, for the 13 months. I really appreciate that. Man, it's wild to think that I've been doing this now for, like, at this point, more than a year. My goodness. I reckon I said about the same thing, around abouts the 12-month anniversary of it, and I reckon I already said something similar around the start of the stream today, but, you know, thanks. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for the support. I hope y'all been enjoying the shows. I am very excited for the day also when I can, like, have the time and the energy to sit down and get together some streams that, like, aren't necessarily just playing through a game. I would like to do other things also, but, you know, it's a matter of what and when and how, and figuring out logistics, it turns out, kinda hard. Especially when you've got other things going on in your life. What happens when you roll over 99 minutes? I guess we're about to see, aren't we? I still very much want to do the Bionicle lore stream. Today, apparently, I think today at least, is the, like... what, the 20-year anniversary of Bionicle or something like that? 21 years? 20 years? Something like that. Wild to think about. Thank you, Fizzgig, for the 10 months. I really appreciate that. Part of the reason why the Bionicle lore stream got as long as it did... oh, the timer just stops. I see. Okay. That's funny. Wario's really out here just like,
Let me show you my true power. Ah, the world! I've stopped time.
you know what? Good for him.
I'm going to steal time now. It's mine.
The hell was I saying before I had the opportunity to make a Wario joke? Oh yeah. Originally, the original plan for the Bionicle lore stream was just gonna be like, I was going to throw together a very quick, relatively concise PowerPoint with basically no graphics, and no sort of, like, you know, interesting visuals to it. I was just gonna, like, throw it up on screen, get it done in, like, an hour or a couple hours, and that would be it. And then we would all move on with our lives. And, like, as I was starting to, like, look into stuff and, like, planning it out more, I realized that would kind of suck. That would just be kind of boring. I could do more with this. I could do so much more with this. And so, like, it became, instead of, well, I'm just gonna do one PowerPoint, well, I think I should probably do multiple presentations going over, like, different chunks of, you know, the franchise, as it were. Thank you, Midnight Talks, for the 10-month resub.
Wow, I can't believe I've spent 10 months in good company. Thanks for the good times and laughs, and here's to many more.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, instead of it just being, like, the one presentation, it should be, like, multiple presentations about, like, different blocks of, like, the franchise. Well, instead of it just being, you know, about the story, I should probably also have anecdotes about, like, the toy line and, like, you know, the physical aspect of it, because that's very important. Thank you, Squiggly, for the 9-month resub. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Holly time.
Thank you very much. And if I'm doing all that, maybe I should also do some of the history of, like, the stuff leading up to Bionicle, and some of the stuff that happened after it, you know, like, stuff before it, like the Technic line, and, Throwbots, and whatever the little racing guys were, and the stuff after it, like, or the stuff even during it, like the Knights of the Round Table, or whatever the hell it was called. Thank you, Missing Elderly, for the 8 months. And, like, the stuff after, like, Hero Factory, and, then, like, the reboot of Bionicle. Fucking Galador, too, yeah. Things like that. You cheated and learned the solution, you're sorry? I don't care. I'm not a fucking cop, I'm not your boss. I don't care what you do with your own Picross puzzle on your own time. It's fine. It's just a game.
Hi, Holly.
Hi!
I dozed off and had a nap. How are you?
I'm doing alright.
I think I heard you talk about Blood 1997 in my sleep.
Yes.
Is this true?
Yes, that's true. Thank you for the tip, I appreciate it. And then, you know, I was like, well, if I'm doing all of that, I should probably also do kind of like a deep dive into, like, a lot of the, like, stuff that wasn't the quote-unquote main story. Like, a lot of the side stuff that was just in, like, online serials and, like, novelizations and, like, spin-offs and things like that. And then I figured, well, if I'm going this whole hog hard into all of this, I should probably also focus on, like, the audio-visual aspect of, the presentations, and, like, talk to friends, you know, that also know things about Bionicle to, like, double-check my research eventually and make sure that, like, I've got all my stuff sorted, and maybe eventually get some, like, guests on to do, like, a little bit, or, like, have little recorded segments from them, talk to my friends that are artists and also like Bionicle, and talk about, like, commissioning them to do, like, art for the streams, possibly looking into, like, music stuff, maybe getting recordings of, like, some of the games, or clips from the movies, or things like that. And then I realized I'm basically planning, like, this entire research dissertation, as a passion project, while I'm also, you know, allegedly doing my quote-unquote day job, and working on, other creative endeavors, and also trying to be alive as a human and, like, you know, get food, exercise, maintain fucking relationships with friends and loved ones, plan a move, deal with the onset of, like, a global pandemic. And then I kind of had a bit of a think and realized, you know, maybe I should put this a little bit on the back burner. And so I've been, like, very slowly chipping away at it over, I guess the past year or so by this point. And you'll butt it and shout, you know nothing? I would very gladly, Catherine, have a recorded segment of you where I just go like, oh, and now a word from, one of our resident Bionicle scholars, Piss Boy, and then just play a clip of you just going, I don't know anything about Bionicle. I would very gladly do that. Anyways, so that's why I keep going, you know, it'll happen eventually, but probably not soon, because, I have very ambitious plans for it. Whether or not I'm able to, like, deliver on those plans to, like, my own satisfaction, or whether or not I have to, like, end up compromising on some of it, which I probably will, but, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Thank you, Sign Machine, for the 14-month resub. I really appreciate that. Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, you know, like, eventually we'll get to it, and we'll have a bit of a show, probably a couple streams. I'll probably do, like, the loose... This has become less of a Picross stream and more of just, I talk about things that are going on and, like, talk with chat, while, like, Picross music plays stream, and honestly, I'm okay with that. Anyways, the sort of rough plan that I have for it is, like, Episode 1, which is the sort of, like, prologue, as it were, where I cover, the, like, early prehistory days of Bionicle, talk about, you know, the Technic line, and the movement into, like, Throwbots and Slicers, and how not Nintendo, Lego. Lego was trying to, like, branch into the sort of, like, collectible figure that's also, like, buildable and customizable in that regard, sort of thing, and also talk about the weird, scant, lore that exists for Throwbots and Slicers, because Throwbots and Slicers are the same line with different names, in different regions of the world, and for some reason they got different stories. They got different backstories, they got different lore, which is really fucking funny to me. And then also talk about, I think it was called Robo Riders, and how, like, those were all very much, like, prototypical Bionicle. The things that you recognize from it, where it has, you know, like, collectible figures, that can be, like, built and posed, and customized with, like, another collectible element of, like, masks or discs or things like that. And like an alleged storyline talking about, you know, like, what these creatures are and why they are, and how that ties into making the kids want to buy more toys. And also, I really desperately want to try and ham-fist, as best as I can, justification for how Throwbots and Robo Riders are canon to Bionicle. Even though they aren't. They definitely aren't. They provably aren't. But the idea of doing a lore stream and just having things that are provably false, that you can only really prove if you know things about the franchise, is delightful to me. Are there Bionicle ships? Yeah, they use them to get all the Matorans stuck on Metro Nui back up to the surface. Anyways, so that would be the prologue part, and then from there, in that same presentation, we would probably also do the first two arcs, the Toamata arc, where they arrive on the island of Matanui, figure out what they are, and have the people go to them.
Oh, it's your duty, your destiny. You have to get the fucking masks, bro.
And then, Metro Nui, like the Moana Island. Oh, Rose, here's something you gotta understand, especially in its early days. Bionicle was very, very much doing a cultural appropriation of, like, a lot of Pacific Islander, like, communities and histories. Unfortunately. So, like, you know, do like that part of it, and also, the second arc of, like, oh, congrats, you saved us from the bad guys, but uh-oh, here comes the Borok, and that shit's bad! And then probably end the first presentation off with them, like, becoming the Toa Nuva. Yeah, that was a whole big legal thing where, like, apologize if I pronounced this wrong, I'm very, very bad at pronouncing a lot of things. It's the Maori people, right? That's how you pronounce it? I think that's how you pronounce it. Like, as, like, a people, sued the Lego Corporation for just, like, straight up naming things like Toa and Turaga and Tohunga. And they were just like, you know you can't just fucking do that, right? These are, like, valuable words that have, like, incredibly important significance to us. And the LEGO Corporation was like,
shit, oops.
and there is an entire in-universe, justification for this, where they came up with, like, quote-unquote, naming day, where they all decided, well, because of, like, because all of you were such heroes and you all, showed such bravery, in the face of difficulties and troubles, we've decided to rename your entire species to Matoran. And also these, like, specific guys that were, like, plot important, that did also just straight up have, like, Maori names, we're gonna rename them to things that sound similar, but are spelled different. And so, like, you had, So, like, basically this was, like, the in-universe justification for them going, hey, we can't have, we can't have the names that we used to have on the McDonald's toys, because, that would be racist, and we would be doing, like, a really, really horrible appropriation of, like, another living culture in the world, one that's been, like, historically mistreated, too. Anyways, this guy's name instead of Jala now is Jaller. Which is pronounced the same way because a lot of the writers were British. So it's still pronounced Jala. And things like that. God, it's a fucking mess. I don't know why they thought they could get away with it. But I am really glad that, you know, like, an entire fucking nation of people, like, stood up for their rights and were recognized for it in court. Anyways, so then that would be act, or I guess the first presentation, and, like, you know, I feel like, again, like, not just covering the, like, the quote unquote, like, plot of the series, but also the sort of, like, the real world stuff surrounding it, because that in a lot of ways, like, shapes the story and shapes because you know, like, it shapes the story. The story is a part of, like, them trying to sell a product to kids. Like, it's all like important and interesting stuff, I feel, so I want to cover all that, which is part of why it's very ambitious undertaking. And then I guess in the second presentation it would be about the arc with the Toa Nuva, and them being like, oh shit, we got new powers, that's so cool. And then covering the Borok Cowl and that whole arc, and the Flash animations they did about that. Don't you dare apologize for having things to say about Bionicles. I'm literally doing that right now on my own stream. If anything, what you're doing is just... You're literally talking about the current active subject, it's fine. Thank you, Googals, for the 3 months, I appreciate it. What else was I saying? And then, like, also cover, after that, the whole arc of after the Borok Cowl are dealt with, the Rockshi, and the resurgence of Pterodax, and the story about what the Matoran are up to with the Matanui Online Game 2, and with the fucking movie where Takua realizes, oh shit, I'm a special boy, and becomes Takanuva, and becomes, like, the main character. Oh, I guess actually no, like, for the first 3 or 4 years of the series, Takua is, like, allegedly the main character, outside of, like, comics and, like, toy commercials. Because he's the chronicler, he's the one going around, like, writing down the stories of, like, what happened in the world, and then realizes, oh god, I'm such a special boy, I've got a special power, and he becomes the Toa of Light Takanuva, and kicks the ass of the evil bad guy, and then they're like, oh shit, here's a fucking tunnel leading down to the secret world, under here, the new universe, but it's actually old. We're gonna tell you a story about the the before times, and probably leave that a cliffhanger because I think tying the prequel arc stuff into its own presentation would be good. And so presentation 3 would be about the whole Metro Nui stuff. So we would cover a whole lot of wild stuff about how, oh, well, you thought this whole... Look at this. What's that? What are you linking me to? Oh, that's a great fucking picture. Thank you, Catherine. And how Bionicle very suddenly goes from, like, well, this is, you know, a fantasy series about, like, weird robot dudes to, oh yeah, by the way, we're from the ancient civilization of super advanced technology, kind of like Future, living in the advanced world in the Silver Sea. And the whole flashback about how the Turaga were also Toa before, and how they had their own hero adventure, and how all the people living there got shoved into little balls that made them lose their memory and get muscular atrophy. And then also some spiders happened, and the spiders were bad and it turned them into monsters, but it's okay, because you're only a monster if you lose your code of ethics. Yeah, little balls that made them small and marketable for McDonald's toys, exactly. And, like, alongside, like, just those two flashback arcs, there's, like, movie 2 and 3, which are, you know, beefy enough in and of themselves. There's also a shit ton of, like, expanded universe stuff that happens around here, because it's like, oh shit, suddenly we're going from, like, just, well, we're on, like, a funny tropical island and we're living our little simplistic lives here, to, oh yeah, by the way, back in the day there was this whole advanced civilization on this island that was allegedly connected to other islands and other civilizations and other societies and other places that we've weirdly enough never seen or talked about up until this point. Huh, weird. And, you know, shit like the Dark Hunters, which are like, the Dark Hunters are literally in universe, an organization of, like, super fucked up bounty hunters. And everyone in that organization is literally just, like, the winner of a competition, in our real world. Like, children built their own, like, messed up looking Bionicle monsters, and Lego was like, this is great. Thanks for submitting this to us. This guy flays people alive and eats their skin, and his name is the Skin Eater. And stuff like that. And so that whole thing, and then leading that into, like, oh, well, after all of that story about all of the awesome stuff that happened back in the day, now we're back in Metro Nui and we're gonna live here again. And then the next arc would be, fucking, what's after that? After that is the Toa and Nika, right? The ones, the rubber masks. After that immediately is, the arcs with, the Paraka and the fish guys, I forget what they're called, but it's the arc about the Mask of Life, because everyone realizes, oh shit, Matanui, the god that we've been, like, worshipping all throughout the entire series. Bro, he's fucking dying. Oh shit. Oh shit, God is about to die. We gotta help him. And so, they send, like, 6 brave little marketable men on a suicide mission, essentially, to Voyanui, the island where everything is fucked up all of the time. To find the Mask of Life and rescue the All-American Rejects. As in the band, the All-American Rejects, the real life American rock punk band, the All-American Rejects, who were kidnapped by the main villains of the arc, the Paraka. And the Paraka are great, because you know how, like, in at this point I'm just talking about Bionicle, but that's fine. This is the appetizer course before the proper, lore presentation. The Paraka are, like, you know how in cartoons sometimes you'll have, like a pastiche of, like, a mafia dude, and he has, like, a bunch of, like, goons under him that are, like, all, like, like, weird-spoken and kind of dumb and brutish and like, gee, boss, you want I should rough this guy up? The Paraka is a gang entirely of goons like that. And every single one of them is convinced they're the leader, and every single one of them is convinced they're playing a game of Among Us, and they're the murderer. They're the imposter. And they have to betray everyone and prove that they're the best guy. It's literally an entire gang where everyone is constantly trying to undermine and backstab each other. And also they have kidnapped the All-American Rejects. They are literally all Starscream, yes! And, so, our 6 brave little boys and actually 5 brave little boys and 1 girl, because everything in Bionicle's arbitrarily gendered and it's kind of stupid, I kind of hate it. But that's neither here nor there, we can get into that some other time. Anyways, they all get to, the island of, Voyanui, and, fucking, a combination of, like, the hopes and prayers of the All-American Rejects, and the Mask of Life, which is very much sentient, just being like, come on, these guys suck ass, you gotta help me out here, shoots them with lightning and gives them powers, and, now all of our good little boys and 1 girl, are Toa, and they have elemental powers, but also lightning powers, and their masks are organic and alive and made out of rubber. And the collectible for this series is literally balls. It's literally balls because all of them have a gun now. Every single one of them, the heroes and the villains both, just have guns that shoot giant balls. And that's the collectible. And so they go through their whole stuff. They're fighting to try and stop the Paraka. There's a whole side plot about Axon and Brutaka, who are absolutely gay lovers who are having a quarrel because of, like, a conflict of ideology. Axon is called Axon because he carries a giant axe, and Brutaka is called Brutaka because he's brutal. So... Brutaka crazy! And that's going on. And also, there's, the 7th secret Paraka, whose name is, like, was it Vizon or Vizok? I don't remember. His whole thing is that, one of the Paraka picked up the Mask of Life and was like,
gee, I wonder what happens if I put this thing on.
Yeah, okay, so it was Vizok, who was like, gee, I wonder what happens if I try and put on the Mask of Life. And the Mask of Life was like, bro, this sucks, don't do this. And used its Mask of Life powers, to make, like, a fucking clone of him, ripped out of him, named Vizon, and fused with the Mask of Life then fuses with Vizon. Vizon's entire gimmick is that he's made entirely out of silver chrome and he's the Joker. He's literally just the Joker riding on a crab, wielding the supreme power of life. And also at some point the crab gets turned into a dragon. And also at some point, they remove the Mask of Life from him, but oops, uh-oh, silly me, Butterfingers, I've dropped, the Mask of Life, and it's tumbled all the way out of my hands down a cliff, off of Voyanui, into the underwater mega jail for super criminals. Into the underwater jail where we condemn all of our mega criminals that have committed the ultimate sins against all life, as we know it. And so they're like, well, shit, we gotta go get the Mask of Life, but we can't fucking breathe underwater. And the Mask of Life is just like, I got you. And gives them gills. It makes them amphibious. It doesn't, like, they don't, like, get specialized, like, equipment to, like, they don't get, like, scuba tanks or whatever. Literally, the sentient mask with the power over life and death makes them amphibious and gives them the power to breathe underwater. You thought they were always underwater? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. The first couple arcs take place on an island. They then go underground into, a complete other set of islands on, like, a sea made of metal. That's weird, isn't it, huh? We'll get to that later. Anyways, they go to the awful underwater jail. it lets them be able to have powers of underwater. Aren't they robots, though? No! They are, techno-organic. They are a mix of machine parts and organic parts. Weird, huh? Maybe we'll get to that later, too. Oh yeah, everyone condemned to the underwater jail is given the power to breathe exclusively underwater, so that they can never go back up to the surface, to wreak havoc. I think. So anyways, they go down there, they have to fight, the Baraki, who are, like, actually competent, organized criminals, who are trying to stage, like, a jailbreak or something. Also, the villain from, like, the literal first arc of the story is back, and he's possessing a robot. And I don't really remember what happens in this arc, because I don't remember a lot of it, because this is kind of around the time where I was, like, not paying as much attention to Bionicle. Anyways, the big conclusion of the arc is, Motoro, the ice one, who has also been, like, a fairly central character since, like, the first arc of the series, finally gets the Mask of Life. He's like, oh shit, I got the Mask of Life! And then this, like, beautiful, resplendent mask that is constantly showing its power of life and death by glowing completely gold stops glowing and turns, like, an ugly, like, dull, rusted color. And he realizes...
Oh fuck. Oh, God's dead. Oh, we were too late.
And then, you know, being every LEGO fan's favorite Jesus allegory, puts the mask on and gains the memories, and basically sacrifices himself, to jumpstart God's heart. And so God is alive again, but, in a very, very, very bad coma, basically on life support. Oops, uh-oh, that's bad. And also the Mask of Life has fallen, down again into, another place. And so, everyone in Metro Nui at this point is like, shit, that's bad, right? Oh god, that's really bad. We gotta deal with this. And so, the Toa, the 6 Toa from the original series, are back, and they're sent on a very special mission to go to, Carda Nui, I think is what it's called, which is, a horrible swamp, and also, like, villages hanging on very precarious, like, rock formations, and also is a land constantly ravaged by storms of energy. Constantly. Like, without ceasing. Am I reading this as I go, or do I on God know the Lord of Bionicle?
Oh, I know the lore.
Trust me, if I was reading this, this wouldn't be, like, as off-the-cuff sounding as this. Oh yeah, also the collectible for the underwater, series was little, like, rubber squids that were shitty and literally never worked right, even after constant revisions. The collectible was bad. Anyways, so they go to, the swamps and the upper area, and some guy, I don't remember his name, I think it was Tren Krom. You don't worry about the specifics of who it was, that'll matter more when I, like, do the actual presentation and get into more of the, like, the expanded universe stuff. Some important strong guy is like, wait, before you go there, I gotta give you wizard armor. I gotta give you magic technology wizard armor that will adapt to whatever situation you're in to best protect you and best allow you to fight, and gives them, wizard armor. And they get there, and that's the justification for why— it was Artaka, okay, thank you. Or is his name pronounced Arthaka? I always thought it was Artaka. Anyways. That's literally the in-universe justification for why the sets this series look radically different, so extremely different from the original series, is because a guy came up to them and was like,
hey, I'm the best blacksmith in the entire universe. Here's this wizard armor. It'll let you fly if you gotta fly, and it'll let you swamp if you gotta swamp. It's great.
And so they go there, and they're like, well, we have to find the Mask of Life, and we have to, like, do the super ritual in the Kodrex, because this is going to bring the god Matanui back to life. How do you swamp? You you kind of don't. You don't want to. You really don't want to swamp, is the thing. Trust me. And they get there, and they realize, oh shit, all of the Makuta are here, because, surprise, the one guy that we've been referring to since the start of the series as the Makuta wasn't the only one. Makuta is like a species and also a job title. His name is Pterodax, and he's summoned all of his brothers and sisters here on a suicide mission they don't realize is a suicide mission. Yeah, it was at this point they decided Makuta wasn't one guy, and Makuta was the Decepticons. And so they're just like, oh, well, we're here to stop you so we can spread the power of darkness and evil, because that's our job. I could talk about what the Makuta are supposed to be before they decide to just become, like, shadow wizards, but I kind of want to just leave that for the presentation, because it's fucking wild. It's really fucking wild in a fun way. So, have fun waiting for that, and or you can Google it yourself, I suppose. Anyways, so, like, they're getting into fights with the Toa. Also, the Mask of Life, which, you know, has been sentient this whole time. Thank you, Driftrud, for the $3 tip.
Hi from Rudd.
Hi!
Am I interrupting something?
Yes!
And BTWKK Slider is in my town. What song should I request? And if you don't know, it's okay.
It's gotta be I Love You. It's always gotta be I Love You. Every time I think about KK Slider, I want him to play I Love You. That's one of my favorite songs from Animal Crossing. There you go. Thank you for the tip, I appreciate it. Anyways, so the Mask of Life, which is very much alive, very much sentient and sapient, is so moved by the fact that Motoro did a Jesus for him, for it, I guess, and for Madanui, that it just goes, I want to be a hero too. And makes itself a body out of vines and becomes Toa Ignica, or Toa Inika, or something like that. The Toa of Life. Also, this whole time, Takanuva has been having his own alternate universe, multi-dimensional, different universe hopping adventure through, like, multiple different canonical AUs, and jumps through a portal and appears here to help out all the other Toa, and also he's 10 feet tall.
Your ability to memorize the entire Bionicle lore is a curse or a gift, but pop off, Queen.
I'm stronger than God. Thank you for the tip, I appreciate it. And he's stronger than he's 10 feet tall, and also he has the power of light and also the power of darkness because something that happened. It's really good that he's just suddenly back and also huge. Some stuff happens. Thank you 69 very coordinated moths for the 10 months.
Hi.
Hi!
I had a pretty bad day, unfortunately. Happy I'm able to rest and watch some good old Picross and Bionicle's lore done.
I suppose it's not really Picross anymore, aside from tangentially, but I appreciate the resub I do. Takanuva literally does have an Animal I Have Become arc, and continues to right up until the end of this arc, and it... Younger me thought it was really fucking badass. Oh no, Googals, we are still doing the Bionicle lore stream. This is the Spark Notes. This is the stuff you could have very easily Googled and found out in like an hour. Quick version of it. Takanuva Turtubal. Anyways, all this stuff is happening. The specifics of it don't matter. Don't worry about it. We'll get into that when we do the big presentation. While all of this is happening, LEGO is putting out a lot of supplemental stuff about, oh, are you curious about all the different destinations in the Bionicle universe? Here's a map detailing like all of the different islands in the Matoran universe. And people are like, aha, wow, that's cool. It's kind of strange how when we look at like this top-down map of all the different locations, it's kind of strange how when you look at them all like that, it's in the shape of a body. It's in the shape of a human body. It's in the shape of an upright humanoid body. Huh, that's weird, huh? Best not to think about it. Anyways, eventually, they succeed in their winning the mission, they go to the Kodrex, which is a big sphere in the middle of Cardanui, and the Mask of Life realizes, oh shit, I've got to get rid of, like, my ability to be a sapient being, to use my power of life, which is my destiny, to revive the dying god Matanui. It's very sad. Everyone says their tearful goodbyes to this guy they've known for about 4 days, and it uses its power to jumpstart the Kodrex and resume the energy storms. And that's the big reveal, that, you know, the Kodrex is a giant metal heart. And, the entirety of Cardanui is meant to be like the chamber to hold the heart, and the energy storms are literally just the result of, like, electrical impulses as this heart is beating. And, it turns out the reason why all of these islands were arranged in such a way in this weird pocket dimension universe, in just, like, such a funny way that it looked like, yeah, Cardanui, it's spelled with a K, but yeah, it sure does sound like cardio, doesn't it? Are arranged all in such a way, that, it looks kind of like a person. Hey, that's because, Matanui, the god that we've been worshipping this entire time, is a giant robot. Matanui is a giant space robot. Matanui is literally a giant robot, and all of the Matoran and all of the Toa have been osmosis jonesing it up in his body for hundreds of thousands of millions of years. And it's this really fucking cool moment where they posted like a 3D animation of like the original island of Matanui like exploding, shattering, as this giant face rises up out of the sea, and this giant robot stands up, looks into the sky, with like a nice big smile on its face, and then its eyes go from a nice green to completely red. Because it turns out, this whole time, Makuta Pterodax has been pulling the strings, the ultimate puppet master, making everyone dance to his Pied Piper tune, because his ultimate plan was to kill all of his brothers and sisters and co-workers and manipulate everyone into reviving the giant body of the god of life at just the exact moment where he sneaks his way in to the brain dome, to the central processor, and puts himself inside instead. And so, his, like, million-year-long gambit comes to fruition. He is now in control of this essentially entire universe, is now piloting this mega-powerful robot, takes the soul of Matanui, which has been, you know, operational again for maybe 10-15 seconds, and is like, oh, huh, wow, there was a critical systems failure for a while there, wasn't there? I better run some system checks, and oh shit, I'm inside the Mask of Life now. And then, I kid you not, do you remember the scene in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie where David Hasselhoff extends his, like, pecs apart, puts SpongeBob and Patrick in between them, and squeezes his tits so hard that they rocket down to Bikini Bottom? Because Makuta Pterodax, in control of the Matanui giant robot body, does this to the Mask of Life with Matanui inside of it, shooting it into space. Stuff is then, as you might understand, very bad for the Matoran. The next arc takes place on another planet. As the Mask of Life, caught in the gravitational pull of another celestial body, slams down onto the surface of the desert planet of Barra Magna, which is its own whole other arc about the Glatorian, who are, and the Agori, who are a species of organic life that, in order to survive the literal apocalypse, turned themselves into, like, augmented cyborgs. This is the one with the spike balls, yes. Like, turned themselves into cyborgs to survive, like, the horrible desert that they now found themselves living on. Gluttorian, not Clitorian. No, 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 it's not that. This is a children's line of toys. Come on. Glatorian. So close, but no heart. Anyways, and it goes just into like their like weird society where they literally stage like gladiatorial battles in order to decide who gets like control of very limited resources like food and water and like tech and things like that. So that all happens. Mask of Life lands. Matanui's like,
Where the fuck am I? Oh fuck, this is real bad, isn't it?
Makes himself a body out of like sand and shit. Makes a friend who is a beetle, accidentally turns his friend the beetle into a shield, like a living shield, but can still turn into a beetle and is also alive. And finds a bunch of dudes who are like, yo, who are you?
Oh, I'm Matanui, the Toa of life.
What the fuck is a Toa?
What do you mean, what the fuck is a Toa?
He then accidentally gives all of his new friends elemental powers, which is its own whole thing. And then, like, stages an uprising against the, like, entire civilization of villains, I guess, and is also just like,
I gotta find a way off this planet.
And then finds,
the facility.
And the facility is where Matanui was first created and born. Because the planet of Baramagna used to be the planet of Spherus Magna. And years ago, this like group of people called the Great Beings, who were basically like scholar kings and queens, found a substance called energized protodermis. And energized protodermis is what if crude oil was alive, and it could let you do anything? And there are literally, like, wars across this planet as people are trying to get as much of this as they can, to do stuff with it. Thank you, Action Shakespeare, for the tip, I appreciate it!
I'm having an extremely good gender day.
Fuck yeah!
This has nothing to do with Bionicles, sorry. Still reeling from the David Hasselhoff thing.
I figured people would be! Thank you, Mutated Wisdom, for the 13 months.
What this is all leading up to is the reveal of the all-new crossover series, Column Bionicle.
God, I wish. Thank you for the 13 months, I appreciate it. And thank you, Assorted Fruits, for the 7 months.
7 months, 7 more barrels of crude oil.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And so, as, like, people are waging war across this planet to, like, basically just... It's a socio-economical environmental commentary, more or less, in this children's toy series, and the Great Beings are like, this is literally going to destroy our planet and all the people living on it. What the fuck do we do? And having tried everything else and failed, they realize, okay, here is our last hope. We're going to make a big fucking robot. Which, you know... That's a start, I guess. But they're like, okay, this gigantic fucking robot, the entire point of it is that it's going to like leave our planet. It's going to go across like galaxies. It's going to covertly observe civilizations across the stars so that we can see what they're doing, how they're doing, how their, like, ecosystems are holding up together, how their societies are holding up together. And once it's done all of that, it's going to use its great big robot brain to formulate the ultimate plan, to, like, help restore our planet and bring life back to any and all survivors, and everything like that. And it's gonna be great! And, they make a prototype robot, and it fails horribly, And so then they make another robot, and it works fine. And they're like, all right, this is the robot. And they also make like an entire civilization of little fucking guys to live inside of it, literally just to make sure that the robot like doesn't fucking fall apart in space, because there's just an entire civilization of little guys inside of it. And also, funny enough, wouldn't you know it, one of the first little guys they ever make is Takua, who eventually becomes Takanuva, literally the most special boy in this entire giant robot universe. Anyways, they send him off, and then he's like,
Alright, I'm gonna go look at some planets now. Bye.
and their planet fucking explodes. It explodes, and two massive chunks of the planet, like, fall off of it. One chunk becomes Bota Magna, which is just filled with, like, lush greenery and plant life, and it's, like, it's its own green little moon. Another one becomes Aqua Magna, and it's literally just one giant ocean. It's just nothing but water. And, you know, funny enough, that's the planetoid, I guess, that the Madanui robot was on this whole time. That's the giant sea that the island in the original series was inside of, because the giant island that the first couple arcs took place on was a feature of the robot. It had the power to just lie under the ocean and make camouflage on its face. That was a giant landmass. And so anyways, Madanui's like, well shit, I gotta pilot the prototype robot. I gotta take the fight to Makuta, who's in the big one, and try and save my people. Gets in the robot, is like, alright, well, this body sucks, but at least I've got some time to, like, practice and train and, like, do some... No, Cheshire Spy. The robot went all across the fucking galaxy. On the return trip, it got put into a coma because of the Makuta. What happened to the old failed robot? I'm literally talking about that right now. Madanui starts piloting it. And is like, okay, well, I've got to use this to fight Makuta Pterodax. But thankfully I've got some time to, like, train and remember how to use this old body and, like, all that stuff, right? Right? 5 minutes later, Makuta lands on Baramagna, ready to fucking fight. And so begins the final arc of Bionicle, which was called, like, Bionicle All-Stars. This was around the time when LEGO was really starting to lose faith in, like, the brand, and was like, we're ready to move on to other things. This is just going to be our sort of, like, our best of, our remember all these guys type toy line. And so you have only 6 toys. 3 of them are heroes from past arcs. You've got Tahu, the Toa of Fire. You've got Takanuva, the Toa of Light. And you've got fucking... Gresh? Question mark? Who's literally just some fucking guy who is a Glatorian. Literally just some fucking gladiator guy who is here. They made a toy for him. Again. Even though he was like a toy 2 years ago. And then they also made, they made generic Rakshi, generic Skrull, which is the species that, I think they were called Skrull, or is that a Marvel thing? I don't remember. Generic species that the Paraka were. Skakti, I think, actually. Skrull is Marvel. Skakti is, Bionicle. Yeah, I got them mixed up. And then, generic bad guy who was living on, Baramagna. That's it. That's your toy line. Thank you, Malsware, for the 5-month resub.
Bionicle?
Oh, you fucking bet. Thank you, I appreciate it. And so, they're fighting, and then, the Madanui in his prototype robot is like,
Tahu, my son, my so special boy, I'm going to make a set of beautiful golden armor for you, and you've got to use it, because if you wear it all at once and you use its awesome power, it'll explode a beam of light, and that'll distract, or that'll do serious damage to anything of darkness.
Why they gave it to Tahu instead of Takanuva, the Toa of Light, is anyone's guess, but the real answer is because Tahu is the more recognizable and marketable one. Anyways, as the golden armor is coming down so slowly, like when Mario beats an airship in Mario 3 and starts floating down, like as the armor is floating down, Makuta is like, "Hey, don't do that," and swats it across the planet. And the plot line is them, like, splitting up, like, oh, let's split up, heroes, and going across the planet to, like, find it. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, all of the heroes and all of the villains, like, kicked down a door in the Madanui robot's foot so they could all escape the universe being possessed by the devil. And also all the bad guys followed them out. So all the good guys are going on this journey across the planet to get the golden armor. And, they get it. And, while this is happening, it's like, I don't remember if it was Madanui started bringing down the 2 moons to try and repair the shattered planet, or if Makuta was like, I'm going to bring down the shattered moons, but wrong, as a joke, to kill everyone. Anyways, the moons are coming down. They're about to make planetfall. It's really scary. And Tahu puts on the funny gold armor, and causes a big explosion of light that wipes out every single creature of darkness currently on the planet right now. You know, the Makuta being in a giant robot isn't affected by this, but all the beings of darkness being like his children, he gave birth to so many beautiful grubs and babies. All of them dying at once just makes him like... It's the equivalent of like him getting a very annoying itch like on his ass, and he's just like, "What the fuck, my ass itches?" And Madanui is like, "Now's my chance." Goes over, grabs the distracted the evil robot, suplexes him into an oncoming moon. The moon smashes into his head, killing him instantly. He then redirects the oncoming moons back to where they should be, and then, using the final bit of his power in the giant robot, uses the power of the Mask of Life to cause all of the plant life and all of the water from these 2 moons to spread all across the shattered planet, and bringing it all back to life. And everyone is like, "Oh goody, we're all saved now!" And then the Mask of Life comes out and is like, "Actually, I'm tired of being God. I kind of just want to sit in this mask and watch people forever now. Well, good luck, everyone. I'm going to bed." And that's the end of the toy line. There was like a little while of like supplemental stuff that was coming out after that about like, well, here's us living on this new planet now, here's us making friends with these new life forms now. This is when some especially wild stuff happens, but A, we'll save that for the proper presentation, and B, it all gets cut short on a cliffhanger, multiple cliffhangers, because LEGO then decided, well, it's not just enough to bring an end to the toy line, we've got to bring an end to the entirety of the franchise. And so they did. And that's Bionicle. That's the Spark Notes of Bionicle. If you want to know even more, because trust me, I know that every time I give this like very brief sort of, well, here's like a little overview of what Bionicle is as a story. Every time I give that, people are always like, what the fuck? That's like so much, holy shit. Every time, my reaction is just, oh, don't worry. There is so fucking much I left out. So please look forward to that someday. Thank you, Shanates, for the 14-month resub.
Had to wait for the wonderful Bionicle speech to be completed. Yeah. I learned so much.
Yeah, Bionicle's a lot. Oh man, is it a lot. Anyways, Picross. I was here to do a Picross puzzle today, wasn't I? Allegedly. Thank you, Malsware, for the tip.
I stole my cousin's Bionicles as a kid. He was in college and could do nothing about
it. Thank you, Malsware, for the tip. I appreciate it. Are there any gay Bionicles? Please tell me there are gay Bionicles. Listen, here's the thing. Bionicle is constantly and tragically weird about gender and also the concept of love, where they're like, well, like there was some like hand wavy thing where it's like, well, it's not critical or important to the plot, and also, well, you see, love is like a biological impulse that results from like a species' desire to reproduce and propagate. And so, you know, being an artificially made species, they wouldn't have any sort of desire for love or anything like that, even though there are constant and frequent instances of heterosexual love in the series. But you need to understand that, you know, fiction and works of art are inherently, like, an interpretive act, and it's what like the authors write down and put on the page is equally as important, if not less important, than like what you the person, you know, experiencing the art, like, get from it and take from it, and you know, like, how you interpret it, how you see it. This is a long way of saying that canon is a fake idea, and they're gay if you want them to be, and if you want, like, a work of media that has, like, actual good gay representation, go look for, like, art made by gay people, instead of by, like, a toy corporation and a bunch of dads in a writing room. Anyways. God. Picross. Think you take it a break?
Great day, Holly.
I'm having a fairly good day, I reckon. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. The hell else can I fill in? I'm so out of Picross brain mode. Oh god, yeah, Rudaka is absolutely, like, there's no way she's straight. Have you seen the way she acts? Come on. I was about to say I've been talking about Bionicle for so long that, the timer stopped, but that stopped long before I got into that. Am I gonna cover the Bionicle games? I'd like to. At the very least, the Maranui online game, because that's, like, where the majority of the story came from for the first arc. And probably also online game too. Actually, it might be fun to just, like, do a playthrough of the Maranui online game at some point and stream that. I remember that being a fun little adventure game. I'd probably be much better at, like, figuring out how to play it now that I'm, like, an adult, and not just, like, a child who is bad at adventure games. Now I'm an adult that's bad at adventure games. I'm pretty sure that there are, like, you know, offline Flash emulators, and, like, someone's uploaded the SWF file somewhere. Like, Bionicle fans are huge about, like, preservation of media, so, like, there's no way it's unplayable. Or, like, if it is, then there's no way it's going to be unplayable forever. Biomedia Project, that was the name of it. There's, like, an entire site just dedicated to, like, categorizing and preserving, like, various, like, works of media associated with Bionicle. And it rules. It's, like, one of the couple, I don't know if fandom is the right word. I suppose it is. It's, like, one of the few fandoms I can think of, where, like, it doesn't feel necessarily like it's, like... And, you know, this isn't the case of, like, all fandoms, obviously, but, like, certainly it's the case for, like, some, for like certain works of media where like it feels like I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore, because now that I think about it, my idea doesn't hold any water. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that Bionicle fans are huge about just like preserving everything related to this franchise. Like, everything. Okay, If this is here, and this would have to be here, and this would be the 2, so that's fine. If this... Actually, no. Yeah. If this was here, and this would have to be here, and this would have to be this, and that wouldn't work. If this was here... No, then this wouldn't be that. So this can't be anything. Which means this has to go here, which means we have this. Which means this goes like this. Wow, what the fuck? I actually did something. Which means, when your favorite meaty's at the mercy of a faceless, unfeeling corporation, then needs must. Yeah, it's just... It's... I don't know. Like, with something like video games, there's like, and I mean, like, obviously this doesn't apply to everyone. There's, like, a very, very... Oh, hang on, this can't be a 4, so this is all crossed out, so this goes here. There's, like, a very, very active sort of community as far as, like, preservation of, like, video games and video game media and things like that. But, like, the general sort of, like... Consensus? Is consensus, like, the right word for what I'm thinking of? The general sort of view held by, like, the majority of, like, people what play video games is, you know, it's just the fun toy that I play with sometimes. They don't put thought into, like, the preservation of them and how they're, like, you know, like all pieces of physical media, they're, like, ephemeral and eventually going to go away unless we, like, work to preserve them. And that's partly because of just, like, how the people that, like, own it treat them. And so, like, you know, there's still, like a big scramble about, like, games preservation, like, to this goddamn day because of that. And, like, some stuff might be lost forever, and some stuff is, like, people try to save what they can, and then, like, if they ever, like, talk about it or show it off anywhere, it gets, like, criminalized. It's wild and sad. It's, like, preservation of art is, like, a huge fucking deal. And, like, you know, you could make hand waves about, like, well, is a video game really art? Well, is fucking Bionicle really art? And it's like, that's not an argument I really care about, having ever, quite frankly, but, like, you know, there's history, there's value and meaning to all that. It's like, it's important to a lot of people, and, like, it deserves to be preserved, and, like... I don't know, it's refreshing to see, like, with a community for, like, a work of art or, like, a media or something like that, where, like, the vast majority of people, rather than, like, a lot of rightfully so outspoken, loudly spoken activists trying to preserve things, instead of that, it's, like, basically the entire sort of fan base is like, oh yeah, this is hugely important, and we're all working very hard to, like, make sure that it stays, like, available and accessible to people, and that's... It rules. It's cool. It's great. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 necessity filled in. Talking about Bionicle and the importance of art preservation has given me the power to solve this Picross puzzle. God, that's really funny. This has gotta be fair. So this is our 2, so this goes like this. So this goes here. Oh my god. Maybe I will solve this puzzle today and then we'll wrap it up. And then we'll wrap up the stream. Let's see. Okay, so this definitely has to be connected then. That's our 4. Here's the 2 is still here in some capacity. This is a 1. Which means this is our 4 here. This has got to be a 2, so our 2 is here like this. I can't believe the long, impassioned Bionicle rant was the reason that I solved this puzzle, rather than just being like me trying to fill airspace because I felt embarrassed that I couldn't solve the puzzle. Maybe sometimes brains are good. This is gotta go here. Man, it is the, like, I feel like approximately, like, 20-ish year anniversary of Bionicle, like, right about now abouts, which is neat, and I saw, a clip from, like, a recording, from Greg Farshty, who was one of the, like, lead writers for a lot of Bionicle. And he was talking about how, you know, of, like, all the things he worked on. Thank you, Rat Baby, for the 4-month resub. I really appreciate that.
Holly Tones love.
Of, like, a lot of the things that he's worked on, he, like, always, enjoyed and appreciated that, you know, Bionicle fans were so, like, passionate, about, you know, this story and this world and this, like, this work of fiction and this whole universe and this whole thing that he helped make, and like how like a lot of times he's had like Bionicle fans come like up to him when like he's met them in person, and they've talked about how like they've like mentioned how like reading Bionicle and like playing with the toys and like watching the movies and like getting invested in that whole thing like inspired them to, like, you know, work on their own, like, stories and create their own things, and he talked about how that felt, like, super, super gratifying to him, and, you know, that's the good shit you love to hear. Stuff like that. And, got me thinking, just because I've been in, like, a real creative mood lately, I've been working on, well, I can't really say anything about it just yet, and it's not the thing you're probably thinking of. It's not the Half-Life, it's not the fan dub, it's not any of that stuff, so don't get too excited, in that regard, but, you know, I've been working on some creative endeavors with some friends that I've not really had the chance to like extensively make stuff with yet. And it's been like it's been a lot of fun. Just like you'll eventually see the fruits of that labor in some capacity someday, soon-ish. I can say that. So, you know, look forward to something about something eventually. I'm being vague on purpose, please enjoy. Anyways, it's, you know, it's been a lot of fun, like, coming up with all these, like, interesting ideas for, like, possible, like, stories that we can tell, like, individually and also, like, together as a group in this sort of, like, shared setting, and, like, things that can come from that in that way, and, like, it's it's been really cool, sort of flexing that sort of creative muscle after a while of, like, not really having the energy or the ideas to do really anything like that. And you know, I had kind of a think about it. I've been obsessed with saying, "Oh, I had a think." I've been having a think. Anyways, I had a bit of a think about it, and I was like, man, thinking back on it, probably a huge inspiration to, like, the fact that I, like, enjoy, like, writing and creating things to this day is, like, getting super invested in, like, the stories of Bionicle. And so, you know, like, for that reason alone, it's always gonna have a really special place in my heart. And, you know, it's not just that. There's, like, other things that I was, like, super into as a kid that sort of, like, sparked that creativity, that sort of, like, hunger to like, make things, as it were. And, you know, it's just... that feeling something real special. You know, interests in specific particular things come and go, obviously, but that sort of, like, you know, that inspiration that it gives you, that's something that sticks with you. That's something real special. Never let go of that. Even if you think to yourself, oh, this is no good, oh, this will never be as good as... It doesn't have to be. And if you want to think of it a different way, it never will be if you don't practice. Just, you know. Keep on making things. There's only one you in the world, and you're the only one who can put your thoughts and ideas into it. Don't ever forget that. Hey, it took 2.5 hours to do this, Picross. What are you? What are you? This is another Wario Land enemy, isn't it?
Fucked up little meat Goomba. Oh, ha ha ha. Little fucking guy.
Cootie cootie. It's, son of a bitch, it's Time Allen again. Fucking goddamn it. He can't keep getting away with this. Okay, I gotta be honest, unfortunately, like, just being on that puzzle for, like, the entirety of the stream kinda zapped the old Picross juice, as it were. I think maybe this is just where we call it. You know, not a terribly long stream tonight, but I went into this with the expectation that it wouldn't be a terribly long stream. So, you know, I did what I wanted. I did a bit of Picross. I got back into streaming again. It went okay. I got to have some nice chat with all y'all folks here. I had a good time.
Thanks for stream.
Thank you, Cybernetic Cat Girl, for the tip. I really appreciate that. I'll be streaming again Saturday, and I haven't decided yet if I want to do a morning stream or an evening stream. I have to think about it, but it might be a morning stream, and I'll probably just do some more Picross. I think that sounds right. And then Sunday, come noon-ish Eastern. Games Done Quick is starting, so I'll be hosting that. And I'm looking forward to it. I missed this little jingle. You have a dentist appointment Saturday? Okay, make sure you tell your dentist not to watch the stream while they're doing dental work on you, because they might get distracted, and that might be malpractice, and that might hurt. Super Mario Arbor Day! Woohoo!
Dick and ball slap alert. This Justin, the boathouse west of town, has disappeared. Isle Delfino. Police are overwhelmed by the recent epidemic of strange events, and note that the investigation of this mystery may take some time.
Press the button.
Picross looks a lot different than I remember.
Desmond can breathe through his head, it's okay. It's really hard, but you just have to keep trying. Here is the map. This one you can make Mario bark just like a dog. Mario!
That's him! That's Shadow Mario, that's the bastard that took Princess Peach!
When I was a kid, I used to think you could click on the shine here and get a secret bonus shine sprite. But you can't. Don't trust anyone who says you can't. They're gonna lie to you.
Shadow Mario the Hedgehog.
Mario.
Why does he slip on the campfire?
I was shipwrecked and washed up here 3 years ago. I often think about the far shore, but I can't swim. I've never left this little island. Isn't that just awful?
He's tapping his little Mario feet. Mario. I use benches like this every day. Mario is like a little dog, and he's so excited to go to the park today. Well, come.
Yada blah 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 blah. Oh no! Yada blah 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 blah. Oh no! Yada blah 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 blah. Alright! Yada blah 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 blah. And by the way, Mario can jump up, but not up enough. What? It's free money. The guy didn't say anything about free money. Yes! Yes!
Yes!
It's the most illegal move in the history of Mario! He's like a little car. He's like a little car. My Mario is like a little automobile. Mario.
In Mario's world, you can see a lot of fish. But remember,
Blue coin. Oh!
Mario can spin and flip. Mario can jump and wave at you, but if you're looking, he'll get upset. Don't! He can put fruit on top of a building, and it's nobody's fault for it.
Have some more monies, D.
Fruit for babies. Snack for child.
and I will give you a treat of spiky pepper. Oh, don't bite this one.
Welcome back. We're so glad you're safe, Mario. This vacation's just been a whirlwind of bizarre events, huh? Now, the boat to the hotel isn't even running.
It's gonna...
What's this icky paint like poop? It's moving!
What is this sticky paint like? It's moving.
It's moving!
Bottle of water.
We got this one over here from Lab Hazard. Haven't been able to just sit down and doodle for months, but I could today. Featuring BB stealing all the Picross and Lola with a toy. Oh, she does sound like a little toy.
I'm gonna have to send you to the Columbo dimension.
Thank you very much. These are all real cute. I love these a lot. We got these ones here from Zoa Bob, who says, did some additions to Holly Crime Noir poster and also a summer day with BB and friends. Oh, cute. Oh. It's things like birds having fun. Very good. Hell yeah. This is still looking cool as hell. Thank you very much. We got this one from Solius. Been a while since I've drawn Holly, so I decided Picross is a good time to draw something. Also a bonus Lola. Also a bonus Lola. I like the lighting and the color on the Picross word. Hell yeah. This is very cute. Thank you. We got this one here from Swaggy Time, who says, Holly, but I drew her in MS Paint using my laptop pad because I'm about to go to the airport in a few hours. Oh. Very cute. Oh, I like this a whole lot. That's a very cute face you have drawn. Thank you very much. We got this from Smug Ladies. Oh my god, it's a little Bionicle BB. Oh my god. Oh, that's wonderful. You truly love to see it. I love it. Official canonical Rahi. Thank you so much. I adore this. This is real cute. We got this one from Crime Minister. Listen, sometimes you've just gotta go on a tirade about Bionicle. And everyone's gotta listen to you. God, it really does just feel like corkboard full of things linked with string, especially when you start including, like, a bunch of the stuff I left out. Thank you very much. Lab Hazard.
Eels? Eels? Funny little water snakes on fire? Eels?
Thank you very much. We got this one from Justin, who says, my main factor for deciding if a drawing is a holly or not is the hair clips. God, it's funny because, like, I know they're like a very sort of like, I guess, defining characteristic of like the little sort of, you know, cutesy cartoon persona I used for myself online, but I haven't worn hair clips in like a month or two. I've just been kind of letting it down, letting it loose, and just kind of hoping it doesn't go in my eyes. This is real cute. I like these a lot, thank you. One tells only lies, and the other also only tells lies, but like they're funny, so you want to believe they're true, even if you know they aren't. Hell yeah, thank you very much. Here's one from Unofficially Jam. Very cute. Very cute. You'll love to see it. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it's Bird. Oh, you know it's Bird. Off she go. Very cute, thank you. We got this one from Screensaki, who says, based on a screenshot from TF2. Someone's going through Team Fortress 2 with a picture of my goddamn bird. Someone's teaching my bird how to shoot a gun. Thank you for that. This is real cute, just the... I love this. Oh, this is adorable. Thank you. I love the just like front facing at the camera while holding a big ol' cabbage. This rules. Thank you. We got this one from Sign, who says, funky unfinished holly I started during the last Chicory stream. Whoa. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, the eyes on this. Oh, that's real pretty. Oh. If this is unfinished, then my god, I'm very excited to see whatever the final product ends up being, because this is wicked good. Thank you so much, Sign. This rules. I love it a lot. I believe that'll be it. Let me just double check to see if there's anything on Twitter that was posted there, but not in the fan art channel. Looks like, oh, that's it. Well, it's gonna be it for our stream today then. I had a fun time, even though I was, you know, stuck on one fucking puzzle for 2.5 hours, but you know how it is sometimes with puzzles. What matters is that I had a good time, and I hope you all did too. probably gonna be live Saturday. I'm hoping to be live Saturday, but we'll see. I'll play it as it goes. I reckon there's no point in, like, forcing myself to show up and stream if I'm just really not feeling it, but, like, as of right now, this exact instant, I'd like to stream on Saturday, so we'll see. And it'll either be more Picross or it'll be some chicory. I haven't decided yet. I'll think about it. I reckon we can throw folks on over Wayne's way. At least I think he's live now, doing Debbie's Delight. Pretty sure he's live now, doing Debbie's Delight. Let me just double check. Yeah. Alright. We'll get folks on over to his stream then. We'll just pull the stream up. Get that muted in advance, so I don't have to worry about that happening while I'm trying to say goodbye to people. There we go. Alright. I guess I can wait for this song to finish. There's another couple seconds left in it. This has been a fun little stream. Hopefully, I can't think of a raid phrase, so you can just do whatever you want, I suppose. Hopefully, by... not next week, but the week after that, I'll be feeling better. And I'll try to get some more regular streams in again. Get back to Chicory, get back to Backbone, get back to some more Dicey Dungeons. Maybe find something new to play as well, because I do have one time slot open sort of thing. Looking forward to it. But that's going to be it for our stream tonight. I had a wonderful time hanging out, doing a puzzle, having a nice little chat with all y'all. It was fun. And I hope you all had fun too. Thank you all very much for the support tonight. All the subs, all the tips, all the bits. I know I said it like multiple times, but I reckon the sentiment bears repeating. Thank you all so much for your support. It means a whole lot to me, and I just hope I can keep on doing cool things to make that support feel worth all the while. Thank you as well for all of the follows we had today, for all of the hosts and raids that we had. Thank you for all the beautiful fan art we saw. Thank you to anyone who shared the stream around. Thank you to anyone who tuned in for the first time today. Hope you enjoyed the show. And thank you all so much for tuning in. You know, whether you were only here for a bit, or you stuck around for the whole show, whether you only caught the beginning or you only made it here right now at the end, whether you were lurking or you were chatting with your fellow viewers, it's always a delight to have you here. Thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend it here with us. We're gonna be raiding my friend Wayne. She's celebrating Debbie's birthday, I think? If you're sticking around for the raid. Hope you enjoy Wayne's stream. Show him the same love you showed me today. I will, hopefully, be live on Saturday. With either some more Picross or some more Chicory. I'll have a think about it. I'm looking forward to it. And I hope all you are too. But before we head off for the night, I'd just like to say, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you're doing the best you can to take care of yourself and take care of the folks around you. And I hope to see you again soon. What fucking button do I press to end the stream again? I've forgotten. Oh, right, it's this one. By the way, I will be streaming Bros soon.